Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to our cozy little corner of the internet. Today I'm reading chapter 4 of This Life We Could Have Lived, The Life We Could Have Lived, This Life Was Made For Us by Zena Lemon. I hope you guys enjoyed this and let's get right into it. Oh. Out of all things Darzai could think of in that split second, it was oh. Darzai was used to being able to predict every and any outcome of every and any situation. Maybe it was this moment when he was caught off guard that he didn't realize that the heat was already reaching his face. Well, of course I know that. I'm just saying we don't always have to be together. Darzai sputters out whatever excuse he could think of in the moment. We should be able to take a break once in a while, Darzai explains quickly. He doesn't know why that made him so flustered. The thought of him dating Chuya, in fact, he should have gagged the second he heard it. Emotions are crazy. A break? Atsugawa looks surprised. No, appalled. Only now, Darzai realized the complete silence, the tension so thick you could cut it with a knife, as it seemed all his classmates were quite nosy. But all heads turn to face the door as the man with the hour walks in. Mori briskly walks into the room before setting some papers down on his desk and sitting down, mumbling an apology about how he needed to quickly go make some copies. He sports his old white coat and a dark greyish blue button down and a tie. The outfit reminds Darzai of Mori's doctor outfit, briefly bringing him back to some memories that he doesn't want to think about right now. He doesn't want to think about the resemblance. Darzai glances over at the long but small table tucked into the corner, and sees what looks like to be a picture of this universe's Mori and Elise. The photo is set on a sleek back frame next to the computer. Something about the picture seems more innocent. Darzai is honestly relieved that Elise isn't a part of whatever the fuck was going on with Mori in his original universe. But Darzai refuses to let him off the hook so soon. Mori always had a way of deceiving. A small tune plays through the school speakers, signaling the start of class. Mori stands up from his desk, walking behind the large built-in island and with a sink at the front of the classroom as he sets down a clipboard. I'm going to start by taking attendance, he announces, a commanding aura around him as Darzai notices a few of the girls giving him a wary look. Great. Darzai stares at his former abuser, his dark brown eyes studying the man in front of him. He knows that this isn't his Mori, but he can't help but shake the feeling that he shouldn't trust this man. Ah, Darzai Osamu, wonderful to have you in your class. It's wonderful for you to bless my classroom again, Mori sarcastically muses. Let's try not to repeat what happened in homeroom last year, okay? He looks up subtly and literally stares Darzai down. Darzai lifts his hand to give a half-assed wave with a cocky smirk, which Mori sighs off. Of course he'd take any chance to piss Mori off, and it seems like this universe's Darzai had already done the same. Mori continues down the list of everyone's name as everyone's name is called. Darzai turns back to hear Chuya and Okutagawa's names being called. Darzai tunes back in to hear Chuya and Okutagawa's names being called, noticeably absent snide remarks following them. After Mori finishes taking attendance, he starts passing out out sheets of paper with some sort of syllabus. This was Darzai's sign to zone back out as he thought over something he noticed earlier. Chuya was the one who stayed away from Darzai. Maybe they did have a fight, like Okutagawa assumed in this universe, before whatever caused Darzai to be placed consciously into this one. But if that was the case, he definitely would have butted into the conversation with Okutagawa when Darzai said they hadn't fought, and he knew Chuya was listening. So why did Chuya sit away from him when they were supposed to be? When they sounded like they were practically tied. When they seemed practically tied at the hip. Of course, how did he not think of it sooner? As the bell rang, Chia quickly grabbed his bag and made his way out the door. He was used to being very punctual, and wanted as much time as possible to scope out the new environment. He wanted to be able to get away from the walking mummy before this universe's Darzai tried to talk to him, because apparently they were dating, and he doesn't even want to manage that, let alone witness it. He tries to reach for the door unsuspectingly, before the man himself shoots up beside him. He audibly sighs as if he seems to appear out of nowhere. "What do you want? Did you see the sky? It looks beautiful." "What?" Chia blinks, his eyes furrowing as he whips his head around, staring up at Darzai. There was no way that was a coincidence. That was the exact phrase the two used in undercover missions when they needed to leave. That exact phrase that only they knew. Darzai has a look in his eyes, this anticipation, as if he were building suspense in a spooky story at a sleepover. He looks so much more lively. After seconds of just Chia staring at him, Darzai nods and it clicks. "We'll talk in the hallway when it's louder," Chia whispers, capturing an accomplished grin from Darzai's face. Cute. The two walk down the hall, leading towards the direction of the gym and the fine arts hall. The hallway is loud, filled with chatter that acts as a way to blanket to muffle Darzai and Chia's strange conversation. "Do you have any idea how this happened?" Chia starts off. "It's a sad revelation for even a genius like me. I for one have no idea what's going on." Darzai sighs dramatically. "Great," Chia groans before sighing. "At least this isn't that bad." "Chibi's okay with dating me?" Darzai says with a grin, so evident that in his voice that Chia doesn't even need to look at him before punching him in the side, which Darzai, of course, dodges. "No, everything but that," Chia defends, overly offended and disgusted as he already feels the warmth cover his face. Whatever you say," Darzai giggles. "Cute. But anyways, this is my farewell, my dearest," Darzai says in an overly cheesy voice as he dramatically bows before Chia attempts to punch him in the side again. Darzai, of course, dodges and runs off towards the fine arts hall. Chia sighs as he turns to the gym, that warmth still sitting in his chest. I hate this already. Darzai wanders down the hallway as he listens to the conversations around him, constantly searching for information. Some are friends greeting each other after a long summer. Some are not so friends, some are not so friends, already fighting. And then there was the gossip. So early into the morning, how do people already have things to talk about? There was a group of girls walking in front of him, one of whom he recognizes immediately as one of his classmates from chemistry. Yeah, he said something like they were on a break or something like that. One of the girls the girl he recognized seemed to be clarifying to her friends. Oh, it seems like they were talking about him. The other girls looked in shock at this information as one speaks up. When people say that, they usually break up afterwards. But they've been together since first year. No way they could break up so suddenly. Another denies. All I hear is that he's finally open. Another girl states, almost suggestively, as one of her friends adds on, Wait, which one? Darzai, obviously. Cheers, gay. That dream is long gone, she responds, sighing. Oh? The group walks off as Darzai sort of chuckles to himself after realizing how public his and Tria's relationship is. Or maybe those girls were just strangely obsessed with him. Wouldn't be the first time. He realizes this publicity might get in the way if they don't do something about it. Extra drama and attention are the last thing they needed. So, it seems that playing along was their only option, and Darzai totally, most definitely, can't think of anything else. He totally isn't taking advantage of the situation that he gets a fake date trivia. Why would he do that? Darzai makes his way into the theatre room as he sees a pair that he didn't ever think would be possible. Dressed in a dark purple button down under a black sweater vest, Poe stands awkwardly on the small stage, obviously overwhelmed by the students flooding into the room. Darzai wonders how such a non-confrontational man decided to become a teacher, but after thinking about that, he realizes this is why he was teamed up with the more social man, Nikolai. Nikolai sits on the edge of the stage, conversing with some of the students who already made it into the room. He sports a pinstriped cream-coloured button-up down, his abnormally long hair tied into a braid behind him. He wears a low-cut crimson waistcoat and the clownish outfit forcing a giggle out of Darzai, a chuckle out of Darzai. Darzai notices the small glistering coming from Nikolai's finger, a shining black band with small elegant engravings resting on his left hand. Interesting. Darzai finds it funny how a literal terrorist is standing here, conversing with students with his constant energetic attitude, even this early in the morning. Then again, Nikolai obviously didn't commit all those crimes and instead found a passion in theatre. Why is Darzai not surprised? Darzai looks around the room as his eyes lay on two small tables in the corner. One had a small raccoon plush sitting next to a stack of classic novels. A small framed photo, not too far away to see its contents, sits on the other side from the other side of the computer. The other table has also a photo frame that Darzai cannot see from here, and what looks like to be a stack of cards sitting next to it. He, as well as other strange decorations and messily strewn papers. This one obviously was the clowns and the first being Poe's. Darzai makes his way across the room to find a seat and decides to plant himself closer to the teachers' desks so he can inspect them further. His eyes widen as he takes in the picture's contents as the second picture's contents come into view. One of the photos displays a very happy Nikolai standing next to the rat, who has a very rare large smile on his face. The two are dressed in suits, one in all white, one in all black, and they seem to be at a wedding. Scratch that, it's their wedding. Wow. The other photo is of another pair, and Darzai isn't even surprised anymore. The photo seems to be taken in the garden of a very well-kept house, not even questioning how it was able to be bought on a teacher's salary. Sitting on the bench together was Poe and Rumpo, and oh my god, they still had the raccoon. Darzai chuckles to himself, finding the two couples to be quite heartwarming, which of course was a new emotion for Darzai, especially directed at such small things such as a photo. He was not used to such strong reactions to other people, especially the ones towards a certain redhead. Emotions sure are crazy. Hey everyone, thanks for making it to the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. That was chapter 4 of The Life We Could Have Lived, This Life Was Made By Us by Zena Lemon. I really enjoyed the story, and just a little heads up, next chapter's got a little bit of angst, and next chapter is called Dear Random Guy, Fuck You. So that's going to be amazing. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to take time to relax, enjoy yourself. And yes, I know I said this yesterday, but I'm talking about you. Yes, you watching this. You need to sleep because I know it's 2 o'clock in the morning or something. Anyway, make sure you sleep and I'll see you guys later. Bye.